Hi Sagittarius, welcome to Moon Memes Messages. Apologies that this reading hasn't been able to get out a bit sooner. I have been experiencing technical difficulties. Um, so again, very sorry I haven't got a reading out to you sooner. Now, today, this is going to be a Celtic Cross reading for you. I've kind of got a little bit bored of doing self-reflections, I'm not going to lie. This would have been a self-reflection reading as normal, but yeah, I wanted to try something a bit different, and I'm looking at doing a few other different spreads. So today I'm doing a Celtic Cross. I'm still going to do the love one and the normal monthly readings as normal, but the finance reading I'm going to look to swap up as well. So if you do have any ideas of what kind of readings you would like to hear about, or any topics that you want covered, please pop it in the comments and I will look into those and see what I can do. I'm very much looking to change my offerings about because I do get a bit bored when I'm constantly doing the same readings over and over again. So, yeah, just whatever it is that you might feel like you want to hear about, or any particular type of spread that you want to be using, or you want me to use. If not, I'm just going to have a look through my spreads, and maybe just pick something different every now and then. But yeah, I'm looking at possibly, what I might look at doing is I'm not going to get rid of the self-reflection and finance ones permanently. I might just swap them up every other month, so that it's a bit of a change. Right, so let's get into your Celtic Cross. So before I do your Celtic Cross, I'm going to pull you an angel number. So the idea behind these is to give us a bit of an indication of what your read is about. So let's get you one of these. Spirit, can we get... That's a lot. I'm not taking all of those. Just one card. I'm not going to lie. They are very, very awkward to shuffle and get just one. So if nothing jumps out as an individual, I am going to split the deck. I'm just going to split this. Okay, so we have change 555. Something new and exciting is coming your way. Beautiful. So if you see 555 around, very much suggesting it's a reading for you. But yeah, very much indicating that this is a reading all about change, new things coming your way, potentially, or that you may be needing to look at changing things up. So let's get some cards. So Spirit, can we get some cards, please, for Sagittarius? For what is coming in, what's going on for Sagittarius? Spirit's currently going, no, you're not going to see a lot of the stuff. That's fine. We'll turn them as we get to them. Nah, I'll just turn them all. Oh, beautiful. Okay, so from the look of it, you're trying to very much start something new or close an old chapter out, but you're feeling very, very guarded. So we've got the world here, very much suggesting that you're wanting to move out of a cycle, start something new. Now, it could be a physical move. Maybe you're looking at moving property. We do have a 9 of Wands, though, topping that, very much suggesting that your defenses are very high. You're extremely guarded about something, and they are causing you some issues with regards to moving forward. They could very much be keeping you stuck in a particular situation. Now, it could be that if you have a look at this particular one, so he's blocked off everything behind him. He can't move backwards. It's also stopping things moving towards him from behind. Not so much from the front, but very much stopping any movement. So he can't take a step back. He can't take a breather. So this could very much be that where you might need to take a step back, you're not able to do that. It could be that other people from your past are blocked from coming towards you as well. And it could just be simply that you might need to unblock something in order to move forward. Maybe you've got people from your past that you need a bit of closure from, and you're not going to get that closure unless you unblock it to let them come near you or come forward. It could literally be something as physical as that. Now, it could just be simply that you just need to lower your defenses a little bit, let people in, be a bit more vulnerable. Potentially with yourself as well, being open and honest with yourself, communicating with yourself, and letting yourself be vulnerable, especially with yourself and with your support system. And it could very well be what is, helping you move forward there. Now, I am seeing here very much that you do want communication and you want a lot of forward movement. You're scared of miscommunication and you're scared of people being angry, but you do want some sort of communication, possibly an apology about something. But like I say, you're blocked. So if it's somebody from the past that you want an apology from, it's not going to happen because they can't get to you. You've blocked them. So yeah, very much suggesting that you need to potentially remove that blockages. But yeah, here it's very much you just want you want to move forward. You want honesty, you want truth, you want very rapid forward movement here. But you're stuck. It looks as though in the past you've been very bored with whatever's in front of you, potentially not seeing what's best for you, and you've been feeling very stuck, very much daydreaming about what could be happening. So you've kind of kept yourself in that energy of not moving forward. Now, it could simply be that it might be that somebody else was doing this to you and ignoring you, and looking forward towards something else and not realizing that you were good for them. And now you want an apology of some form. But yeah, it does look as though I think in the past there's been very much some complacency, a bit of boredom, but now you want to move forward at speed. You may have even realized what it is that you want, and now you just want to go for it. Now, in your past, there's possibly been some deception, some lying, maybe some stealing, some betrayal potentially in the past, very much more deception here. Now, whether this is you deceiving yourself, and that's now why you want to talk to yourself honestly and openly and have that very forward movement within yourself, whether this is somebody else and you're expecting an apology from them, there's definitely some sort of deception that's happened in the past. Now, whether, like I say, that could be directly from someone else, or it could just be you deceiving yourself on what it is that you want. Now, it does suggest to me as well that you may have actually had your intuition and you may have known about the deception. See here with the moon's a massive indicator of you knowing, following intuition and knowing something's going wrong. So it does suggest to me that you may have intuitively known you were being deceived, but you may have ignored your intuition. It could very well have been that you would just, how do I put it? Whoever did the deceiving may have been very skilled at it and may have covered their tracks well. So even though you've got your intuition telling you there's something wrong, you may not have been able to back it up. So you may have ignored that intuition. Now, it could just be that, obviously somebody might have just been doing some deceiving in the dead of night. Because let's face it, sometimes that happens as well. But whatever it is, it has caused you very much to put your guards up and you've closed yourself off. You don't necessarily want this person to come anywhere near you. But in the future, we've got some healing. So in order to get to this healing, you're going to have to let your guard down because you need this communication to happen. So very much in the future, you are going to be healing, potentially taking some time out to yourself, some isolation. You're going to be recovering from whatever it is. But like I say, there's definitely potentially some communication here that needs to happen. So to get from being here, being deceived, to have this healing, you've got to go this way. You've got to go through the communication, but you're going to have to bring that guard down. Now, I'm not saying that you trust that person. I'm not saying that you believe that person, but there needs to be something. There needs to be something that comes in order for you to complete this cycle so that you can heal fully. So you might just need to unblock them slightly, you know, if you've gone blocked on social media, just unblock them. They, hopefully they'll come towards you at some point, send you a message. To me, it just looks as though it is going to clarify why you're ending this cycle. It doesn't look as though you've got anything to do. So if it's a past person that you may have been romantically involved with, it does not look anywhere on here like there's going to be any reconciliation. I think it's very much more just a message that you need to hear so that you know you've made the right choice and that you can move forward and heal yourself. Now, it could be a family member, it could be a friend, it could be a workplace. Something happened and you've shut yourself off. So you need to open yourself up so that you can heal, And it could just be that you need to open yourself up to yourself. So if you've deceived yourself and you've got, how do I put it? Maybe you've been sat in a job for a long time and you've been telling yourself that this is the job for you. You're not going to get anything better. This is what you need to be doing. You've then been made redundant. You've then closed yourself off because you don't think you can do anything else. You've got your barriers up thinking you're never going to get another job. You're never going to have anything as good as that before. In order to heal from that pain of being made redundant, because let's face it, sometimes when companies go into bankruptcy, when they go into the black, when they get this redundancy stuff going on, you don't see it coming. You feel like you've been deceived because all you know is the company's doing great and then all of a sudden they're making people redundant or they've gone bankrupt and, it's all collapsed. And you might need to then communicate with yourself that actually you are very skilled at things. There are things that you learnt while you were doing that job potentially. You can list all the different things that you've learnt on your CV. Now, I know people that will tell you that they don't have any skills, but then they've got certain hobbies that they do. As daft as it sounds, people that sit there playing computer games, especially online, they're good at teamwork. They're generally good at communicating because they have to decide who's doing what over headsets, And it's very much, looking at those skills and realizing actually those skills are quite transferable anywhere. It could be that maybe you've worked in a car wash, for instance, for years, and your main job is to do a bit of valeting in the cars, cleaning up and everything else. But you've got cleaning skills there. You're also going to have teamwork skills. You're going to have problem solving because if there's a tough stain that you've got to get out, you need to know how to do it. There's lots of different things. So potentially having that conversation with yourself on what you can actually do will help bring that guard down so that you can realize that yes, okay, you might not get the first job you go towards, but you've got skills. You can go somewhere else. They are transferable. You can use them wherever. There's a lot of things like that. Now, it could simply be that maybe you've deceived somebody, or maybe somebody's deceived you, and it has caused you some pain, and you've got to have that either that tough love conversation with yourself, or you need to let somebody come towards you and whether it's apologize or just whether even if they go off on one and they're angry and shout, whatever it is, it's going to give you enough to be able to heal from it. Now, how you're viewing this, you've got a lot of love for whatever this situation is. You're very open to giving to it. You want to close this cycle out. You want to end whatever it is. And you're doing it with a lot of heart, a lot of empathy, a lot of love, which is lovely. Yeah, very much having your emotional cup fulfilled. So even if this is a relationship, you're aware that it was a relationship where you were, you were it, you had a lot of love in there, and you possibly still love this person. And it could be that you're very open to listening to them. You could have given a lot to this situation. It could just be that you feel like there's a lot more to give. Maybe certain things happened and you feel like you need to give now a bit more to it. It could be that somebody has gone through something and you're looking at them with a lot of empathy, you know. But this is a lovely card to show for yourself. It could just be that you're learning to be very kind to yourself and love yourself and have a lot of empathy for yourself so that you can actually bring that down, have that healing and close this cycle out. So yeah, fantastic. Now, I've also got somebody is feeling very stuck and doing a lot of overthinking. Now, they could be very quiet in your energy, but this is somebody in your energy. This is somebody that is influencing you somehow. And I don't know, it could be that they're influencing you. How do I put it? Maybe they're doing a lot of thinking about you and it is making you think that you need to have some communication. Or they're doing a lot of overthinking and a lot of reflecting and they're feeling stuck. But it's making you feel like you're stuck too. Now, I've got a feeling that whoever this relates to, whoever the deception relates to, whether it's you or another, somebody deceiving you or you deceiving someone else, whoever was involved in on it, there's a lot of overthinking going on from that person. And it's keeping them stuck. So it's keeping you stuck because you need to have that communication. You need to have that communication with them. So it's keeping you feeling very stuck because until they've finished their overthinking and they're able to move forward to give you that communication, you're stuck or you feel like you're stuck because you can't move forward from it. Now, it could just be somebody that is very stuck in general and they're inadvertently keeping you stuck. It could just be like it's maybe a friend or a family member that's around you. It could be other people at work if it's something where you're looking for a new job. Um, they could feel like their hands are tied, like they can't do anything themselves, and they're convincing you can't because they can't. It could even be that maybe you're in a job and you really want to move somewhere else. You want to close it out. You want a new start. You want something that's better, something that's going to be more open. I mean, there's a lot of communication cards here. It could be that you feel like you need a lot more communication within your life. Um, and you might just have somebody around you that doesn't communicate. You might have somebody at work that is feeling like they can't do anything else and they're sitting there convincing you that these skills that you've or the job that you're doing you gain no skills, you don't do anything with it, you can't do anything anywhere else. One of those people they're like a suck hole of despair. That's the best way I can put it. Literally, if there's a black hole, it is them. They suck all the joy out of the world and they're convincing you that it's not going to happen either. So even though you're looking at things with a lot of love, a lot of hope, a lot of empathy, they're keeping you stuck. They're sucking that movement out of you. That sounds really weird. They're very much sucking the joy out. They're sucking the hope out. They're keeping you stuck. They're stopping you moving forward. Now, like I say, it's either directly and you're aware of it, or it's indirectly and you're not aware of it. But yeah, if somebody is very much influencing you and keeping you very stuck there. Now, you're trying to look at things from a different perspective. You are very hopeful that you can see things from a different perspective. Again, you're looking at it with that empathy. So if that communication comes through, you're hoping that you're going to see it from somebody else's perspective, or you're even going to be looking at it if it's communication from yourself. You're hoping to see other people's viewpoints on that. You're trying to look at things new. You're very scared at what you'll find out though. here. You're potentially scared that you will realise that you may have caused certain things, that your behaviour, your attitude was not what it should have been, but you're very hopeful that you can rectify whatever it is that comes from it. Now, it could be that you're trying to look at things from a different perspective, just to try and analyze things. And at the end of the day, you're ultimately looking for healing. So you're very much looking to heal. So to do that, you've got to look at things from other people's perspectives. You've got to have that empathy. You've got to see things from more than just your own viewpoint. Because if you only ever look at your viewpoint, all you're going to do is see your view. You're not going to be able to heal properly and realize where your mistakes lie. So you're very much trying to do that. It could be that you're feeling a bit scared. And again, that will impact on you keeping your guard up, because in order to see somebody's perspective, you need to hear from them. You know, you can assume that you know what their perspective is, but until you've actually communicated and heard it from them directly, you're not going to know. So you're not going to see their perspective. You're not going to get that full healing until you've actually listened to it and heard it. Now, in your outcome, we have a Five of Swords. So you are going to be walking away from betrayal. Now, whether that is betrayal from a person, whether that is just self-betrayal, you could have been very much doing things to yourself that you've not realised. But this is very much you walking away from that betrayal, which is absolutely beautiful. Could very much have been a lot of self-sabotage going on, but when you're very much viewing things from other perspectives, even if they scare you, you know, you are going to be stopping that self-sabotage. You are going to be getting the healing that you need, and moving forward, which is actually really, really nice to see. Right, so we're going to get you some Moonology cards as well now to see if there's any particular time periods we can give you. Now, these are just, you know, they're not going to be set in stone. Some of them may have already happened, because obviously we've got past here as well. It could just be something that it's like an indicator to let you, you know, help for some of you, if you know, or see if whether or not it's a read for you, really. So we've got new moon eclipse, expect a powerful change. Now the next new moon eclipse is on the 21st of September. So maybe something happened last year during the new moon eclipse, or it could just be that something's going to happen this year during that. We have look at the bigger picture, full moon in Sagittarius. So that is on the 11th of June. And we have show the world the real you, full moon in Aquarius. Now that is on the 9th of August. So like I say, could have been last year, could be that you do see some completion at some point during this year. So generally you're looking at what, the August, what did I say? So June, August, September kind of area potentially for this, you know, walking away from betrayal. Yeah. That's what I've got for you today, Sagittarius. I do wish you all the best of luck. If you did enjoy your reading today, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. It will help pass the message on to anyone else that needs to hear it. And if you do want to hear more from me and you haven't subscribed already, don't forget to hit that subscription button. It will help. No, and if you press the notification button, it will let you know when I do post new content. Oh, I'm going mad today. Clearly my communication needs to change. You've got a lot of communication here. Yeah, so don't forget, if there is any particular type of reads that you want to hear about, then don't forget to pop them in the comments and I will have a look through and see what I can do. Very much good luck and thank you very much for joining me.